What if I told you that the whole world is a theater and it's an actor-based reality? All of the politicians, celebrities, musicians are actors. Well, let's investigate.
This is not my world, 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 this is not my world.
Christoph, let me ask you, why do you think that Truman has never come close to discovering the true nature of his world until now?
We accept the reality of the world with which we're presented. It's as simple as that.
Do you know where you are?
I'm in a dream.
That's right, Dolores. You're in a dream. Have you ever questioned the nature of your reality?
Let's start with Nelson Mandela because that's where I left off when I talked about him in my video about the Mandela effect. And he's one of the great examples of a politician that is listed on the IMDb, the Internet Movie Database. That's the abbreviation for. And you can find all the movies and all the actors here, including Nelson Mandela. And he was acting the role of a politician on the news. Let's continue our search and go to present day Donald Trump. As you can see, he's also listed under IMDb. He's a producer, actor, and soundtrack. And we can go down to his filmography as an actor, movies that he have been acting in. It's quite a list. Let's go further in our search. Here is Barack Obama, producer and soundtrack and executive. All of these politicians are actors. Let's check out Michael Obama, the tranny. And of course, he is an actress and a producer as well. George W. Bush, camera and electrical department. You can't make this stuff up, honestly. Actor, soundtrack. And he played the 43rd President of the United States of America. Bill Clinton, actor, writer, music department. And it's of course not just America. Here's Nicolas Sarkozy, one of the former presidents in France, and he was a writer and an actor, and he's of course in the club of all the actors, including Clint Eastwood. And if you want to go back more in time, here's Adolf Hitler, a writer and Mussolini's crew. I mean, this is just madness. All of these people are fulfilling a role. And when I'm talking about actor, I don't mean just like a puppet of the New World Order. I mean a real actor. Actors who get paid to act, literally. And of course it's not just politicians, it's other public figures as well. Just as Pope Francis, he's also an actor, listed on IMDb. And here is his filmography. You can see the films he acted in. Now if you remember, I talked about Morgan Freeman and his similarity to Nelson Mandela. And obviously Morgan Freeman is an actor, producer and soundtrack. But if I'm already talking about Morgan Freeman, let's talk about Jimi Hendrix as well, who worked in the music department and worked as a composer, but again he's an actor on IMDb. And we can see people suggesting that Jimi Hendrix is actually Morgan Freeman. For instance, on wellavare1.com. By the way, this is a really good website. And I mean, I don't know exactly, I can't say it 100%. And two guys really look very similar. I mean, I thought first when I saw this that they are really the same guy. But then I put these two images together in my editor and looked at it closer. And if you look at the teeth, you can see that Jimi Hendrix have quite a good teeth structure here. So first of all, his frontal teeth are wider, look at this, wider than Morgan Freeman's. He also has like a nice line of teeth, whereas Morgan Freeman would need some braces. I would have understood that Jimi Hendrix, when he was younger, he had jammed teeth, and then later on they would have corrected it with braces and became Morgan Freeman. Totally would make sense, but not the other way around. If this guy had perfect teeth, then how would they jam their teeth like this? Unless of course they pulled all of the teeth of Jimi Hendrix out and they use a dental prosthesis for Mr. Morgan Freeman. But considering that Jimi Hendrix died in 1970 and Morgan Freeman started his TV and movie career in 1971, I must say this is very, very suspicious, and it could really be that they are the same person. It's just that Morgan Freeman has a dental prosthesis. That's the only explanation I can find. Here's another article from Ranker. 50 celebrities who look exactly like people from history. And of course some people think that this is the Mandela effect, but I think it's rather about the actor-based reality. These people are probably the same people, and I haven't gone into details checking their teeth just like I did with Morgan Freeman and Jimi Hendrix. But just by the first look, they are very similar and most like the same people. These actors are reused again and again, just like in movies. So here's a couple of them. It's obviously Eddie Murphy and another gentleman from the past who looks exactly the same. Jennifer Lawrence and Zubaida Tharwat, they look exactly the same. Matt Damon and a Soviet fighter pilot. Jack Black, Conan O'Brien and someone from the Civil War. Bob Gregory and Sylvester Stallone. Justin Timberlake and an old criminal. John Travolta. Mesut Ozil and Mr. Ferrari. Leonardo DiCaprio, obviously another tranny. Zuckerberg and Philip IV look exactly the same. Eminem, Sacha Baron Cohen and Stalin. Painter Louis Maurice Bautat, could be Keanu Reeves, George Carlin and Charles Darwin. Oprah Winfrey. Zach Galifianakis and Louis Vuitton. Now here's another interesting one. Ellen and Henry David Thoreau. Obviously this person is a tranny, so it could be from this man. Paul Giamatti and William Shakespeare, and the list goes on and on. I want to go back to this Zach guy because he played in Hangover and he was very keen on his Louis Vuitton bag. I wonder why. Were they giving out a hint? I think they did. And of course some people say this is a Mandela effect, or this is time travel, or this is reincarnation. And I mean, I don't know exactly which one it is, but I think it's just an actor-based reality. These people are just recycled, reused again and again.
Mind if I sit? Wolf pack only. Find another chair.
There's no wolf pack, Alan. Come on.
It's no problem. I can find
Teddy, don't be ridiculous. You're sitting here.
Careful, that's a Louis... That is a Louis Vuitton.
Nice.
Then there is Kennedy and Carter, which again could be the same person in this actor's reality. Or there is Jackie Kennedy and Marilyn Monroe, who look exactly the same. There is really nothing new under the sun. And of course both Jackie Kennedy and Marilyn Monroe are listed on IMDb. But what I found interesting was that Marilyn Monroe apparently died in 1962. And Jackie Kennedy was the first lady from 1961. So there is just 1 year difference. Perhaps Marilyn Monroe was playing the character of Marilyn Monroe parallelly to being Jackie Kennedy. But at one point it became a little bit too obvious. So she had to give up one of the characters, which was Marilyn Monroe. Interestingly, in this CBS News article, they say that Marilyn Monroe actually had an affair with JFK. So I suspect that probably when it was getting too obvious that these two characters are meeting the president, then they had to cancel the character of Marilyn Monroe, and I suspect it was probably in 1962.
The long-rumored love affair between President John F. Kennedy and Marilyn Monroe is at the center of Christopher Anderson's new book, These Few Precious Days, the Final Year of Jack with Jackie. Presidential historian Doug Weed thinks Anderson's sensational revelations could well be true.
It's the sort of thing that's unbelievable but really happens in history. Some of these things we're uncovering right now will move from speculation to fact as time progresses.
But Anderson also reports that Jackie knew about all of JFK's women. He says the affairs upset her, but she was willing to turn a blind eye as long as he didn't publicly embarrass her. It was his relationship with Marilyn Monroe that seemed to bother her the most, in large part because Marilyn was a loose cannon who could go public at any time, causing a scandal that would obliterate her husband's reputation, destroy her marriage, and hold her up to public ridicule. He claims that Monroe, aware her career was fading, thought Kennedy would marry her. "Can't you just see me as First Lady?" she told a friend. Anderson says Monroe even called Jackie and told her of JFK's promise to marry her. Jackie was unfazed. "Marilyn, you'll marry Jack, that's great, and you'll move into the White House and you'll assume the responsibilities of First Lady, and I'll move out and you'll have all the problems."
Let me get this straight. Marilyn Monroe had an affair with JFK, and at the same time Jackie Kennedy was the wife of JFK, and both looked the same. Give me a break. It's not just famous people, but also witnesses usually are actors. Again, Dallas Goldbug pointed this out from Delaware1.com. So here's for instance Catherine Bleish, who witnessed some kind of murder, and she recorded the scene and put it out on Twitter. The same woman is used again for a witness for another happening, the same Catherine Bleish, and of course she is listed as one of the crew members on Camp FEMA, which is one of the movies from Alex Jones. And we all know that Alex Jones is a shill, he's an actor. And of course we find actors everywhere, for instance even unpopular people such as Al Chapo, the drug lord, supposedly escaped prison through tunnel, right? You can't make this stuff up. There are all these prisons full of security, but he was able to create a tunnel and escape. Now that's not the end of it. Let's search for 33. Here we are. Al Chapo climbed through a hole hidden in his cell's shower cubicle, descended 33 down a ladder, and then used the motorbike to race quickly down the tunnel to freedom. 33 feet down the ladder, the 33-degree Freemasonry. They put this here in order to mock us. They let us know that we are fools to believe what they say. None of it is true. It's all just for content. Nothing really happens in this fucking prison, so they have to make up content. And all they do is have their actors and they put up these stories that don't make sense. Obviously it doesn't make sense because it's a lie. But this actor-based reality have also rules, such as they have to let us know what they are doing and they have to let us know that it's all a lie. And one of the ways they let us know is that they use symbology, such as the 33. Here we are. We know just by this, you can't make this stuff up. 33 feet down the ladder, really? Give me a break. And here's a news article I want to show you from the Daily News. Unfortunately, our website is currently unavailable in most European countries. We are engaged on the issue and committed to looking at options that support our full range of digital offerings to the EU market. Really? Are you really working on this shit? This is such a joke. They are referencing Article 13, which is again just an act. All of these laws are acts, right? It's in the name. It's in the word. When they create a law, it's an act. Act for actors. I have a video just about the Article 13 PSYOP, by the way. I'm going to link that in the video description below. But if you don't know what it is, it's just basically not letting EU people view content online. Just to make it a bit more funny, you know, just spice it up a little bit. And of course, it's all about our privacy, that everything is legal, and all the other bullshit. But of course, that's why I have a VPN. And so I'm going to change this to another country. Let's go and travel to Chicago. There we go. So let's go back to what I wanted to show you. TSA worker killed in LAX shooting spree bled for 33 minutes. Really? Okay, so they are telling us that this TSA official bled for 33 minutes. Let's read this. Officer Gerardo Hernandez, who was killed during Paul Cincinnati's shooting spree at LAX on November 1st, two law enforcement officials say paramedics could not reach Hernandez for 33 minutes because they were waiting for police to declare the terminal safe to enter. Give me a fucking break. And he bled out in 33 minutes? What a joke. The 33-degree Freemasonry. Of course, this whole shooting spree is another joke. It's a setup, it's a PSYOP, probably none of it has happened. It's all because they need content. So they use these actors and they mock us in the face that this has happened, we will fear, and that's how they can use their drills to increase the presence of the military and the presence of the police forces. Because all they want is a police state where we are slaves to the system. Even more. They use these acts, these theater plays, to create stricter rules so that we would agree to it, right? Because that's the point. Because there was this shooting and there was this whatever, there was this 9/11. For that reason, we have to increase the security. And of course, all of this is just a theater. None of this is true. He bled for 33 minutes. Give me a break. Or here's another article from TMZ. Nipsey Hussle dead at 33. At 33, okay? They use all these numbers, not just 33, but 9/11, 11, 9, and all the rest of it, 666. And of course, none of it is true. It's all just a setup. All of these people are actors. Because they have to entertain you. You know, you are in this fucking prison, and if you don't have entertainment, you would be bored to death. So they have to have actors. They have to entertain you.
Welcome to Westworld. No orientation. No guidebook. All our hosts are here for you.
In this world, you can be whoever you want.
Are you real?
Well, if you can't tell, does it matter?
Or the New Zealand Christchurch attacks on a mosque? What a joke. Do you still believe anything that you see on these fucking scrying mirrors? These black mirrors? None of it is true. It's all a lie.
Look at this world. This beautiful world. We built this world together. A world where dreams come true. A world where you can be free. But this world is a lie.
If you agree with this message and you would like to support me so that I can improve my channel and reach more people, you can help by sharing this video, subscribing to my channel, and most importantly, going to my support page and making a small donation. In any way you choose to support me, you are cool. Which one is your favorite actor from politics? Let me know in the comments below. See you in the next one.
I'm just longing night by night for the other side to be alright, 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 alright.